NFL Week 4 Predictions 2018 Marble Race is about to get started. This week's marble run is awfully different from last week's. There are several options for the marbles to take. Each team's going to enter into the gauntlet. There's 3 holes that they can drop through. Each hole will determine a different track. Here's the NFL matchups for Week 4. Pick your favorite team, comment below, share and subscribe. We also have Week 1, 2, and 3's prediction percentage, along with the worst teams and the best teams. So you can see Week 1 was 50%, Week 2, 40%, Week 3, 43%. You'll also see in Week 4, we're going to have the marble records next to each team. That is the marble race record, not their NFL game records. So here we go. The race is on. We've got the Rams against the Vikings. Looks like the Rams dropped down one of the holes. Vikings are still in the top loop-de. They're going to join the Rams in the second loop-de here. Looks like the Rams are boxing out the Giants. What a great start for the Rams, who are really doing a great job against the undefeated Vikings. Looks like the Rams have dropped down the steps. The Vikings are still circling around. Looks like, yes, the Rams have beaten the Vikings in this first marble race of Week 4. So there you go. The Rams have won, and the Vikings now have their first loss. All right, up next, we've got the Jets in the green. The Jaguars are in the white. Jaguars are 2-1. The Jets have not won a marble race yet. They're 0-3. Here we go. We're off. Looks like the Jaguars are going to enter into the gauntlet first. They're going to drop down the first hole there, which might be a little bit quicker route. Oh, man, look at that. Jets come flying in and nail the Jaguars there, but I think they bumped them in. I think the Jets helped bump the Jaguars down into the hole and to win. We're going to watch a replay here. This Week 4 track is much faster than last week. So you can see the Jaguars dropping into the bottom loop, and then bam! The Jets just nailed the Jaguars multiple times, and that was fantastic defense by the Jaguars to hold off the Jets, and that was an aggressive move by the Jets, but they're going to go 0-4 for this marble race season. Another great week of coaching by the coaching staff there for the Jaguars. Okay, hey, let's move on. We're going to go on the Dolphins in the greenish color, and Patriots are in the red. So the Dolphins are 1-2, and the Patriots are 1-2 also. This should be a good battle. Remember, these records are the marble race records. Into the gauntlet. Oh, looks like the Patriots took a shortcut here. They're going to drop down. There we go. The Dolphins are right behind the Patriots going into the second loop. The Patriots are going to have to hold off the Dolphins here. Looks like they're going to be able to do it unless the Dolphins get really aggressive. But no, it looks like the Patriots are going to drop down the steps. Here they go. And they should easily win here against the Dolphins in this NFL Week 4 matchup. Dolphins making its way down the steps, and there we go. All right, well, that one wasn't too exciting, but hey, the Patriots will move to 2-2 in this marble race. Eagles against the Titans. Eagles are in the green, Titans in the blue. Titans are 3-0, undefeated. Eagles 2-1. Here we go. Both teams are working their way down the steps. They're going to meet up in the gauntlet. Boom, they both hit a brick wall. They're going to follow each other right behind. Titans elected for the jump. Yes, the Titans took a little bit of a shortcut. Here we go. The Titans are down the steps, and they have just blown the Eagles away. The Titans coaching staff must have really prepared for this Week 4 race because they did not spin around the circle like the Eagles are there. They just jumped right down the hole, made a super aggressive move down the steps, and have blown the Eagles away. Let's take a look there because that was an awfully fast run by the Titans. So as you watch the replay, you can see them split up there. The Eagles take the first loop-de, but they go in pretty quick. But the Titans, that offensive strategy of going down the jump just paid off for that coaching staff. Because look at that. They go right down the hole. They don't go around like the Eagles are over and over. And then that's just fantastic coaching there in preparation for Week 4 of this marble race. Great job by the Titans and their coaching staff beating the Eagles. And that's why they move on to 4-0, I guess. So in the orange, we've got the Texans. In the white, we've got the Colts. The Colts have not won any for these marble races, and the Texans are 2-1 with a pretty good record. Looks like they're even going down the steps. They're going to, bam, meet up there. Looks like the Colts took the shortcut. Is it going to pay off for them? They've already moved into the bottom loop. The Texans are right behind them there. Texans are blocking out. What a fantastic move by the Texans because they took the longer way. Great job. Great offensive strategy, and the Colts just blow it again. Texans, fantastic move jumping in front of the Colts because the Colts just took the clear, faster way. And great job, Texans. Wow. I guess that's why they have the better record. All right, so hey, we've got the Bills in the white and the Packers in the green. The Bills are 1-2. The Packers are 2-1. Looks like the Bills have a slight lead as they come down the steps into the gauntlet. The Packers choose to take the first strategy. They're going down the gauntlet. Oh, the Bills have made an amazing move there, going onto the jump just like the Texans did. Wait a minute, the Packers are done. The Packers have finished. How did they do that? I did not even realize that this ultra shortcut was there. No one's taken it yet, and I forgot totally about it. We're going to have to watch that again because I think the Packers just set a course record. So you can see the Packers drop into one of the gauntlet holes first while the Bills take the normal route here, but they follow the Texans' advice and take the jump into the second loopy. But the Packers found a shortcut all the way on the right side. They go down to the spinner and through, and they can totally skip the second loopy there at the bottom. What a fantastic move by the Packers. Wow. The Bills are still in the loopy, and the Packers are finished, and that is just great coaching strategy and offensive performance by the Packers. Good job. All right, so we've got the Lions in the blue, the Cowboys in the white. The Cowboys are 2-1, and the Lions are also 2-1. This should be a good race. Here we go around the loopy, into the steps, into the gauntlet. Both teams are going all the way down. The Cowboys have taken the strategy going to the top loopy. Wow, the Lions, bam, they just come in and they nail in the Cowboys. I think the Lions just bumped the Cowboys in. The Lions came down the jump, hit the Cowboys. That helped stop the Cowboys' momentum and set them down into the steps. The Cowboys pull ahead there. What a great battle. Hey, if you're liking this, please subscribe and like. All right, hey, we got the Bucks against the Bears. The Bucks are 1-2. The Bears are 2-1. The Bucks come down on the left side in the red. The Bears are in the white this week. Here we go. Both follow each other. On the left are taking the jump into the second loopy while the Bears take the long way around. The Bucks just, bam, they go straight into the hole into the second loopy and don't take their time at all like the Bears did. But I tell you what, the Bears did that was a good performance by the Bears. They came in right behind the Bucks. Great job to the Bucks. All right, we got the Bengals in the yellow and the Falcons in the red. Bengals have not won at all, 0-3, and the Falcons are 1-2. Let's see if the Bengals can finally get a win in the Week 4 marble race. Falcons entered into the gauntlet first. Looks like the Falcons took the shortcut here, kind of like the Packers did. They're into the second loopy already. Bengals are going to have to really get their offensive going to get around the Falcons. The Falcons, all they got to do is play defense. It looks like they're going to do it. They are blocking out the hole. Great job to the Falcons. They're going to win. The Falcons are going to beat the Bengals, and the Bengals are going to go 0-4 for this marble race season. Wow. Some great racing here in NFL predictions Week 3 marble race. All right, Seahawks in the white, the Cardinals in the red. Seahawks are 1-2. Cardinals pretty good at 2-1. They're off. Going down the first spiral, the steps into the gauntlet. Looks like the Cardinals enter in first. They're going to go side by side. Look at that. Look at that battle there. Great job. Both teams entering into the bottom loopy about the same time. The Seahawks look to have the slight lead here. Yeah, well, all they got to do is play some defense. They're going to go down the steps first. Looks like the Seahawks are going to win. Seahawks in Week 4 here of this NFL season have just beaten the Cardinals. Great job, Seahawks. They needed a win. All right. Hey, we're going to move on to the next NFL marble race. We got the Browns in the white and the Raiders in the black. The Browns are 3-0, undefeated by the Browns. The Raiders 1-2. Here they go. Both teams coming down the steps, getting ready for the gauntlet. Is anybody going to take the shortcut? No, they both go all the way down. Looks like the Browns are going to take the shortcut. The Raiders come right behind them here. Raiders going to have to... Oh, look at that aggressive move by the Raiders. Did you see that? The Raiders just nailed the Browns. Totally jumped in front of them and won. The Raiders just beat the Browns. That is a huge upset for this marble race. So you can see the Browns have already made it into the bottom loop, and the Raiders took a little bit of a long way, but when they drop in, they just collide right there with the Browns and just nail them so hard that it knocks their momentum down. The Raiders take advantage of it, and they win. Wow, and then the Browns come back and nail them at the end, but that didn't matter. Fantastic adjustments by the Raiders staff at halftime to come out and just be super aggressive on the bottom part of that marble race. Good job. Hey, we got the Saints against the Giants. The Saints are the yellow. The Giants are the blue. Here we go. Giants on the right, Saints on the left in the yellow coming down the steps. Giants have a nice lead going into the gauntlet. Saints are just making it in. Both teams are going all the way through the gauntlet. The Giants took a jump. They're in the bottom loopy. The Saints need to do another move like the Raiders did, but I think they're spinning on the outside of them. Giants are playing great defense. Giants are going to hold off and win. Haha, nice job, Giants. The Saints worked their way. They came in just behind them, so that was still an okay performance by the Saints, but the Giants move on. All right, so it looks like we have the 49ers in the red, the Chargers in the yellow. The 49ers are 0-3, and the Chargers 1-2. The 49ers really need a win. Looks like the Chargers made it into the gauntlet first. They're going to take the shortcut. Hey, it looks like the Chargers really watched the Packers tapes, and they just blew the 49ers away. The Chargers staff must have watched the earlier marble race from the Packers, and they took the exact same shortcut. Only the second team to do that today. Great job to the Chargers. 49ers are going to move to 0-4. All right, we got the Ravens against the Steelers. The Ravens in the white, the Steelers in the black. Ravens are 2-1, and the Steelers have not won also. They're 0-3. The Steelers, they need a win. They need to do something to get this marble race season going before they're out of the playoffs. Steelers took that shortcut there, and maybe it's an advantage going here later in the rounds. Right behind them, though. Looks like the Ravens are going to block them out. No, the Steelers have blocked out the Ravens. The Steelers may move on to win. The Steelers looks like they are going to upset the Ravens here in this NFL Week 4 season. Great job to the Steelers. They needed a win. All right. Good to see that. All right, so we've got the Chiefs in the white, the Broncos in the orange. Chiefs are 3-0, an undefeated team. Broncos who are 2-1. The Broncos are on the right. The Chiefs are on the left. Going into the gauntlet. Looks like the Broncos took the shortcut. Yes, the Broncos, they've watched several tapes now. This is the big advantage of going last. The Broncos seen the shortcut on the right side and just blew past them. Don't even know what to think. They're finally finishing, but the Broncos took the same path that the Packers did. Wow. Great performance by the Broncos. Let's watch that again because that's an awfully fast track, so I want to watch that again in slow motion here. The Broncos taking the shortcut here. They drop down the first hole in the gauntlet, and that takes them down to the super shortcut on the very far right. They go through the spinner and just dominated. Wow, the third team to do that for this NFL Week 4 predictions race. Good job to the Broncos. They beat the Chargers. So that's it for this NFL Week 4 Predictions 2018 Marble Race. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the subscribers and the shares that we've been having. If you like this, please keep passing it on. Comment below. Get your friends to subscribe. All right, that's it. Until next week, I'll try to have Week 5 out on Tuesday. Have a great NFL week.